All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praise and glory to Yahawah, BAHA YAHAWASHI, BAHA QADASH. I would like to give double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. And I want to give salutations to all the Akim Christians worth in truth and sincerity. All right, it's going to be a lesson done in spirit and power of Yahawah, BAHA YAHAWASHI. Lord willing to edify the flock of the Lord. All right, in this lesson, I want to go into basically, the scripture here in 1 Peter 2:9, because it made me think about, conversations I've had with people in the world, just on basic things, man, on how they see life and their perspective on how, things should be, man. For example, talking with dudes and, dudes chop it up, certain conversations come up and the conversations about, wanting the perfect woman for the men, and it was mentioned the virgin, hey, I would like a virgin, okay, and there was this simple ass dude, he basically said, nah, I don't even like virgins, that those words came out of his mouth, Issacharite, and to me, I was just dumbfounded. I was just like in shock in a sense. But, it brings back to us that we're a cursed people. Hey, our people don't think of themselves as nothing. They don't think that they deserve better, man. Okay? Hey, in the ancient times, when we dealt with our women, man, every woman that we had was a virgin. And, you only had that woman. Okay? It's not like it is right now, and I understand, well, you got to understand it, that we're in a very bad situation. Okay? So, the men are broken down, the women are broken down. Hey, our people are really broken down, man. And you really see it in the way they conduct themselves, man, the way they feel about themselves. Okay? So that's why I want to open up with this, because it really does, this truth really does elevate you, man. Okay? The talks we have with brothers, man, you could talk about that with brothers, man. Because brothers don't see each other as things of the world, man, as a fucking Mexican, as a nigga, as a esse, a Chicano, okay, a Navajo, an Indian, okay. We don't see ourselves as that, man. That's death, okay. We see ourselves as men of the Lord, hopeful members of the elect, Israelites, okay. So, that elevates our talk. It elevates what we want. It elevates, the things that really intrigue our mind. Okay, so on all levels are we vibrating at a whole different level. All right, so this is 1 Peter 2:9. But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praise of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Okay, so the scriptures break it down right here, man, and it basically reiterates what it says in Deuteronomy. Okay, that hey, man, we're about to receive a kingdom. Okay, and the way the Lord created everybody, man, he classified three parts of men: the sons of the wicked, the sons of the righteous, and the sons of man, which are the nations. Okay, the sons of the Most High being your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, the sons of the wicked are the Edomites, which are the so-called white men. Okay, but going into how we were created to be the rulers, man. We were created to be on rulership, basically. Okay, so it says, I'll run it one more time, and the reason I say that, just going into the conversation I had with these worldly jakes, man. And there's other countless other things, but to me that was just crazy. How someone is so broken down by the society that they think, the shit that you could get out there in the world, run down a vagina is better than a virgin a virgin woman. Okay, it's crazy, man, but that's what our people has come down to. All right, but I'll run it one more time. This is what we're supposed to be, and that's what we're gonna come back to being. 1 Peter 2:9. But ye are of a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye shall show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. All right, which in time past were not a people, but are now the people of Yahawah, or of the Most High, which have not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy. All right. But the point I wanted to get across, was, the description that the Lord has for us, man, and how far we have come down. How dirty and scumly do we look to what we were even in the ancient times, man, when our kings ruled. Okay, even though we had wicked rulers, okay, our people they still first and foremost, they knew who they were. Okay, and they had a royal mentality, man. They had a rulership mentality. Okay, and right now 2/3 of our people, man, that's gone from there. They don't even think about that they're at one time are they gonna have any power. They don't think about none of that. Okay, they think that they're gonna live their life out here in this society that's ran by their enemies. So on all levels, is all hope has been taken from these 2/3 Israelites out there, man. So it says, Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. So that's the condition that Jake is in. And when you talk to Jake, you hear Jake talk, you understand the scripture more and more. You come to the realization that we are under the curses, man. You start to understand more, you start comprehending more. And that's why you can't really get too mad at Jake, man. That's why you understand that, Jake is not going to come in. This is not for everybody, man. This is only for those predestinated souls. Lord willing, me, myself, I'm part of one of those men, as well as all my brothers. Okay? But, only us are going to receive it. That's what scriptures say. Hey, blessed are your eyes, for they see. So this is, actually, I want to get this real quick. Jeremiah 2:13, for my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. Okay, because, hey, man, you try to tell Jake this knowledge, this wisdom, and it all seeps out, man. You kick some truth to them, okay? And on all levels is our people, going astray, man. They surpass the deeds of the wicked, like the scriptures say. All right. And we see it on a daily basis when we out there on our day-to-day grind, man. We work with Jake. We're around them, man. We hear what they talk about. That's what the scriptures say, that a righteous Lot begs his soul, in hearing and seeing all the abominations that were being done. Okay. So that's what you get here in America, and, you see the condition that Jake is in. But it says, for my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? And that's the mentality, that's the outlook that our people have in the world, man. They look at it as the view of a slave. They don't have no type of rulership mentality in them. Because a king only sleeps with virgins, man. A king doesn't beg any woman. The king doesn't do the acts that these men are committing out there in the world that call themselves being kings. King this, king that, queen this, queen that. Okay, when they do nothing that a king would do. They don't carry themselves around. They don't fit the bill. All right. But it says, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? The young lions roared upon him and yelled. Then they made his land waste. His cities are burned without inhabitant. All right, and our people spiritually are in that condition right now. They're oppressed on the left, on the right. Okay, but they're not taking heed to the words. If anything, they encourage themselves in an evil manner. They're increasing in evil and wickedness, man. Okay, especially these times that we're in. So this is Lamentations 4:1. How is that gold become dim? How is the most fine gold change? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. Okay, and this is describing our people, man. Okay, the precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold, are they esteemed as earthen pitchers. the work of the hands of the potter. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness. All right? And that's what our people are giving over to right now. Committing, you know, all matter of evil, saying all matter of evil, thinking all matter of evil, man. The mentality that our people have right now, it equates to death, okay? And it says, even the women, you hear about putting babies in the oven and shit and turning that shit on. And that's our people doing that shit, man. So on all levels, does the Most High have to bring judgment upon this land, and he's going to do it. The tongue of the sucking child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst. The young children ask bread, and no man breaketh unto them. They that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets. They that were brought up in the scarlet embrace dunghills. And our people, find themselves begging of the so-called white men. What I mean? Everything, especially everything they depend upon. They depend upon the so-called white man. The EBT, the SNAP. Okay, all these systems were set up to destroy our people, man. Okay. So it says, for the punishment of the iniquity of the daughter of my people is greater than the punishment of the sin of Sodom, that was overthrown as in a moment, and no hand stayed on her. So on all levels, we're catching hell. And the condition that our people are in right now, man. They have forsaken who they are. So, that's what we see. We're gonna hear and see more of these, conversations that Jake holds in the world, man. Just crazy, But that's the reason why, because they have forsaken their power, and we went astray. So I'm gonna jump a little bit right here, and that's why the elect are so important and precious, man. Because for the elect's sake, like the scriptures say, those days shall be shortened. So this is Isaiah 1:9. Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. Because that's how bad it is right here. Jake converting themselves into transformers. Okay, the alphabet people roaming, especially these Israelites. They're Israelites, but they don't know they're Israel, and if they ever heard it, they probably rejected it. But in the sense of edification, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, because they are Israelites, okay, are out there committing all these acts, okay, that the Lord considers despicable. All the acts that were practiced in Sodom and Gomorrah, man, are being practiced here, okay, on steroids, basically. All right, so that takes me to verse 21 right here. It says, how is that faithful city become a harlot? It was full of judgment, righteousness lodged in it, but now murderers. Thy silver is become dross, thy wine mixed with water. So everything's diluted, everything is tampered with, everything's compromised in this society. Okay? Thy princes are rebellious and companions of thieves. Every one loveth gifts and followeth after rewards. They judge not the fatherless, neither does the cause of the widow come unto them. Therefore saith the Lord of hosts, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease me of mine adversaries and avenge me of my enemies. All right? And that's what the Lord's getting ready to do. He's ready to avenge himself, to bring a judgment upon his people, man, because he's going to start with his people, okay? And 2/3, like it says in Zechariah, are already destined to be destroyed. They're just going to continue doing wickedness. They're going to continue to have that mindset of death, of a mindset of a slave, man, okay? No rulership mentality whatsoever in these people's mind, okay? So, that's the condition that these people have right now. And I'll end up with this. This is Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. And You know, that, like I said, you hear the conversations that our people have amongst each other, and sometimes it's good just to analyze Jake, man. Talk to him a little bit. See what he about. Okay, and you understand what I'm talking about with this lesson, man. The bullshit that comes out these people's mind, it's hard to believe. That's why it's hard to talk to these people, man. That's why the scriptures say it's best to be alone. It's best to be separate from them, holy. Okay, because that shit could easily, rub off on you, man. So, we just hope and pray, we're called and we're chosen, that the Lord have mercy upon us and that we're delivered at the end of the day. All right. So with that, I give all praise and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHA YAHAWASHI, BAHA QADASH. Double honors to your apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations to all the occupations worth in truth and sincerity. I want to say shalom.